area that I grew up in was very difficult to live in. It was just a lot of crime going on and a lot of drugs around me as a child, and I grew up in low-income housing. We didn't have very much stuff growing up. It was very difficult. My father could barely keep work, and it was just really hard growing up. I just remember a lot of fighting with my father and my mother, and a lot of violence, just a lot of yelling and screaming, and it was just not a good situation. Nobody was really overseeing my well-being and how I was doing. The only safe place I felt was at school. It was just a lot of physical abuse, a lot of emotional abuse, a lot of sexual abuse that I experienced as a child. It was a very scary situation growing up for me. When I was 7 years old, in the middle of the night, my mother came in and she just said quietly, "We have to go. It's a life or death. We have to go." So she said, "Just grab your blanket and your shoes." And I just remember me and my 3 siblings, as we tried to sneak out the apartment door really slowly to go down to the parking lot. There was a white van there waiting for us, and I had no idea who these people were that were in the van, and it was the middle of the night, and it was really scary. And I remember just breaking down crying and like pleading with my mom. I didn't want to leave my home. As I went through this journey of life, really difficult on my own, I've been on the streets, I've slept outside on corners and stairwells, and I just hated everybody around me, and I hated myself, and I just wanted to die. So as I went through experiences in my life, I didn't have any trust of people. And when I turned 20 years old, things got really bad. I went through a 3-year trial with my father. And as I fought that enemy in court, he went to jail. I lost my whole family in the process. And I lost my dignity as a person. And as I went on the street, and other people on the street took care of me really well in life, and they gave me a place to stay. I tried to just survive the best way I could, but I would rely on others to help me. I would rely on other women in shelters to help me as a cry on their shoulder. So when I got a phone call to move here to Aurelia, and I got into housing, and I had already had my daughter at this point, I knew that I needed help and I needed God's help, and then I called out to God, and God was there to help me. And I knew that I wanted to give back in my community, and I wanted to help others. So I just wanted to give it back. I wanted to tell people that you matter, and how you feel about your life and how you deal with your life matters. I've always felt like if I can get my life back on track, that I'd like to be able to help those scared little girls, those ones that were like me, that were in situations where they didn't have help. So I wanted to be someone that would care about people, and didn't matter what their life circumstances are, if they had tattoos on them, if they've been out of jail. I just wanted to give back, because so many people in my past have been there for me when I didn't even want to be there for myself. I didn't even want to live. The goal setting part of my life has improved. I built a confidence to set goals for myself. So I said, I might not fit into the work field with other people and that, so I started my own cleaning business. So I love putting a smile on another person's face when you come into a home and they tell you I need help, and then I'd be the one to help them facilitate that. So I love having my own business, I love picking my own hours, and I just love giving back to the community. With Brianna, she's 10 years old and she's a little firecracker, but I like to have her active in activities like going to the YMCA. I like her having volunteer experiences for Coldest Night, doing charities, to be able to, just her to self-reflect that we're given so much in life that we want to give back to others. I see the value what the Lighthouse is doing now, and I see with this growth of the Building Hope project, I see how it can impact women and men and people in our community so much more. And as a woman that came from a previous situation where I didn't have that type of help given to me, I understand the urgency that we need that type of help, that we can't just narrow things to such a small amount of help. We need to give it more support and help to people so they can change their lives around. I'm so excited about Building Hope. I'm so excited to be able to walk through those doors, spend time with the people that are going to be there in the facility, like living there, getting the helps and supports and the programs that they need. I just so excited to be able to see the staff and just them to be able to be seeing the other end of it, and that the facility is going to be able to help more people. It's going to give them more space to be able to work and the programs and the things that the people are going to need. I'm just so excited overall just to see the progress and just to spend time connecting with people when I go there, and just seeing the progress in the woman's eyes and the guy's eyes and the children that will be there. And it's just going to be such a blessing to our community.